It's great to see you all here at the sanctuary, and those of you who are joining us online. And it's lovely to have visitors and those who are our regulars. So we are going to begin our service tonight with All the World Sings to You. Beautiful. And as we begin the service, Victoria, will you please come here to lead us with a reading on page 125.
Where has this week vanished? It lost forever. Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, that task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the string of defeat, the happiness of boredom, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat abide.
Beautiful. Thank you. And we move to page 120 for lighting of our Shabbat candles. And it's really a joy for me tonight to invite our almost bar mitzvah mom that we're going to celebrate Max's bar mitzvah on Tuesday. So as the Shabbat before the bar mitzvah, it's traditionally when, yes, yeah. I'm killing the time, so. No, it's perfect. But it's really nice that you guys could join us tonight. And will you please light the candles for us?
So I don't mess this up.
There is another one that it's a little bit less hassle. Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's my first time here.
Don't worry, please. keep it a little bit longer on the.
Yes. Okay. We're getting there.
Don't worry. It's an island time. We have time.
There we
No one is in a rush.
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlikner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Thank you. Amen.
Thank
and
you.
Mazel Tov. And we continue with Lechu Neranena on page 130. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena LaHashem. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena LaHashem. Naria, Naria, לצור אישנו, קדמה בנה בתודה. Naria, Naria, לצור אישנו, בזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. And we continue with Lecha Dodi on page 138. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, יאללה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו נלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת
לקראת קלה יללי 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
Would you please rise?
בואי ושלום עטרת בלה גם בשמחה ובצח עולה תוך אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קלה יללי 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה יללי יללי בני שבת נקבלה.
And we continue to stand as we move to page 144 with Chetzi Kaddish. יתקדל ויתקדש מרבם בעלמא דברך יוצא וימליך מלכותה בחייכון יום אחד ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יש מרבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתעלה ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה ברכו לילה מנקה ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו Amen. And we continue on page 146.
Laila 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 ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך המבורך לעולם ועד המבורך המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla lie lie lie, yalla lie lie lie, yalla lie lie lie. Yalla lie lie lie, yalla lie lie lie, yalla lie lie lie, yalla lie lie lie, yalla lie lie lie. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai המבורך לעולם ועד לעולם ועד. la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la.
On page 149, would you please read with me together in English? Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. And we continue on page 152 with Shema, the declaration of our faith. If your tradition is to continue to sit, then please do so. If you would like to stand, then please do so.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטודפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוז ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Please be seated. And doesn't matter what time of the year it is, we somehow always find ourselves talking about the Exodus and the miracles that we searching for from the Creator. So on page 158, we are with Mika Mocha.
מי כמוך באלים, אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה מרים, זה לי ואמרו אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
And it has been said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than its own. Praise the Yah Adonai for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Israel. And on page 160, we continue with the prayer for peace all over Israel, all over us, and all over the world.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I say, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, praying for the people to say, we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
Amen. And as we move through this service and we reflect on our days, on the summer, on what's happening in the world, I thought that for some quiet time we skipped page 162. We're always in a rush. We always don't have time. So I thought tonight we will sing together V'Shamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We are with Tfilat Amidah, the standing prayer on page 164. Therefore, would you please rise? Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai
open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. On page 168. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתריו להושיע, מחלחל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We are on page 172. You set aside the 7th day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festivals' time. And so it is written in your Torah. ויחול השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויאכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מלאכתו מכל אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest, sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai God, grant us our heritage, your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. And we continue privately until page 178. And when you're done, please be seated.
And we continue with Shalom Rav on page 178.
Shalom Rav al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace, O God. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai hamevarech et amo Israel b'shalom. And let's take a moment for our private prayers, and we will continue on the bottom of page 180. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, וגם לביא לפניך, Adonai צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
move to page 371 to the prayer for healing, the prayer of Mishaberach. And if there are any names that you would like to mention that they're not on our list, then please do so.
שברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. מי שברך אמותינו, שרה רבקה, לאה ורחל. May the ones who blessed our mothers, may the ones who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and be strengthened by the power of your love. Mishberach avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak veYaakov. Mishberach imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, ורחל. May the ones who blessed our mothers, may the ones who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
Thank you. So once again, Shabbat Shalom. There are certain dates on the calendar that I think I would use the word invites us to remember not just the history of the day, but go a bit deeper and to examine what happens in our own hearts. And as today, this day that commemorates June 19 of 1865, I think it's one of those days. And Juneteenth, I'm sure that you know it better than me, but let me just remind you that this is when the Union troops arrived in Texas and Galveston and denounced that enslaved people were free. And even though that President Lincoln actually signed the proclamation, the Emancipation Proclamation 2 years prior to that, freedom did not reach everyone. And more than 250,000 men and women and children heard those news on that day. And they realized that they are no longer slaves. And I thought about that moment and how must they have felt. How do you even begin imagine a future and to learn that yesterday you were a slave to a master and now you are a free person? Something that changes in a moment, and it seems sometimes even impossible. How do you learn to live as a free person after years of being under someone who told you how to live and what to do and what not to do? And as Jews, I think that those questions feel very familiar to all of us because our people's story begins with slavery and it continues for a very long time with very difficult journey towards the freedom. And every year during Passover, we remind ourselves that leaving Egypt was only the beginning. And freedom is, it's not just something that you walk out and you are a free person. And it's a much more complicated journey. And it's not simple to walk out of a place of oppression and to say, I am a free person. It is a learning how to build your life again, how to find where is hope, where do I start? And I think this is something that I can also find in the theme of our Torah portion of Hukat, because in a first glance, it seems like it's a collection of many unrelated stories, because there is this mysterious ritual of the red heifers, which I decided this year I'm not even going to talk about. I spoke enough last year. Then, of course, there is the death of Miriam. There is the death of Aaron. Then Moses striking the rock. And then the Israelites continuing their journey through the desert. But beneath all that, there is this reality that the generation that physically left Egypt, they're passing away. And a new generation is emerging. And this generation do not remember slavery. They were not physically in Egypt. But they need to carry lessons of slavery into the future when they are going to enter into the promised land. And think about it. We all know that each generation, Max, I'm not going to repeat it on Tuesday for your bar mitzvah, but let's pretend it's part of your bar mitzvah speech. But each generation has its own challenges, and it's not just enough to celebrate liberation once. We have to keep asking the same questions again and again of what we are doing with the freedom that we inherited, because it's not something that we should take for granted. Are we creating communities where every human being is treated with dignity, is treated in the same way as others? Are we paying attention when others are still waiting for justice to reach them? Even though that on the paper we're supposed to be the same, we are all free, we live in the country with so many opportunities, but are we using this freedom only for ourselves, or we are helping others to experience that as well? And as someone who lived in different countries, different communities, places with different mentalities, I have learned that every country, every nation carries stories that are both very painful and also you can find a lot of inspiration in them, because literally a few days ago, the South Africa also commemorated 50 years of one of the very famous moments of its history that some people prefer not to remember and prefer not to talk about and to erase it from books of history. Because we do not honor a country by ignoring its difficult chapters. We honor it by remembering them honestly and by committing ourselves to something that is much bigger. And I think that Juneteenth is one of these sacred reminders, exactly like June 16th in South Africa. It calls us to celebrate freedom while acknowledging that freedom delayed is a form of injustice. And our tradition teaches that every human being is created b'tselem Elohim, in the image of God. And that belief leaves no room for hatred, for slavery, or the denial of another person's humanity. It also reminds us that the work of redemption is never finished, and we still have a lot of work to do. It also reminds us that we are partners with God in bringing healing to our world. And as we gather this Shabbat and we think about the journey of Jews in Egypt and the lessons that we learned from our Torah portion from the Juneteenth, may we never take freedom for granted. May we use all the blessings that we are blessed to have in order to lift up others and to pursue justice with humanity, with humility, and to help to build a world in which God's image is recognized in every single person. Shabbat Shalom. And we are going to continue with Aleinu on page 586. And I would like to ask Kluba to open the ark and Jennifer to open the ark for us. Would you please rise? עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה לצאת וראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו עינות, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבת אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתינו, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. And it has been said, Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day, Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one. Thank you, ladies. Will you please close the ark? And you may be seated. Great job, thank you. And we are on page 595 with There Are Stars Up Above.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their lights, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. There memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember.
And tonight we remember the yortzahs of our members and their loved ones. Minnie Goldberger, George Greenberg, Reginald Isaacs, William Edward Milburn, Maurice Pawanski, Galda Levin Ruiz, Carl Ludwig Webel, Benjamin Blees, Kenneth Brode, Doreen Brown, Sylvia Gratianov, Harold Cohen, Clara Fanvis, Herman Figavey, Phyllis Friedman, Ed Goldman, George Greenberg, Yakov Horowitz, Joseph Jacobson, Natty Janov, Louis Kaminsky, Louis Kaufman, Leonard Lefkowitz, Sima Leifer, Larry Leshin, Jacob Lester, Leonard Levine, William Levy, Irving Lake, Ab Litvak, Mervyn Milansky, Selina Dell, Anne Prehill, Harry Pestcott, Joan Pastka, Mania Rosenthal, Mary Scarf, Sarah Scarf, Simon Swartz, Milton Shapiro, Louis Silverstein, Solomon Simmons, Frank Simon, Louis Singer, Gary Tavis, Ronald Wallerstein, Carl Bale, Simon Weinstein, Stephen Weiss, and we are in the month of Shloshim for David Katz and Jeffrey Bodmer Turner. And if there are any other names that you would like to mention. Thank you. And as we turn to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish, would you please rise? יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך חיותה וימליך מלכותה, בחי חון וביום חון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהיה שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, ויברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. ויש לה מרה במין שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel and all over the world, and let us say amen. Please be seated, and as we are at the end of our service, before our final song, just a few announcements that tomorrow morning we are celebrating Bar Mitzvah of Alexander Friedman. So if you would like to join us, 10 o'clock, and on Tuesday we're going to celebrate Max's Bar Mitzvah here. Again, 10 o'clock, everyone welcome. I'm sure that I forgot something, but it's okay, blame the rabbi, nothing new. So the final song for tonight is Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So all yours.
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. Your turn. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלם, סלם. Your turn. סלם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלם, סלם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. One more time. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוניו פניו אליך ויחונק, יישא אדוניו פניו אליך וישים לך shalom. May God bless all of us. May God always shine his face upon us. May God's light shine and show us the path of peace. And most importantly, may we always feel God's presence within us. Shabbat shalom, friends. May it be a peaceful Shabbat. And please join us for the oneg at the Linenfeld. Thank you, Luba. Thank you, Lyra. Thank you all for joining us. See you all tomorrow morning, early.